Good day. This is our second video on products grade 10. This is with the special cases. If there is any queries or any videos you want made, you can send an email or a message to this number or an email to this number, and we will try and make you a video on a specific topic, anything from grade 1 to grade 12 as soon as possible. Enjoy the video. Here is our first special product of grade 10. Let's have a look at the answer. We will times the x with the x with the 4, then the minus 4 with the x, and the minus 4 with the 4. That gives me an x squared. Then I times the x with the guy at the back, and I write it at the top here, which gives me then a plus 4x. Then I will times the minus 4x here, and also write it in the area, minus 4x. And then I will add these two together and write the answer down here, which is going to be 0. And then I times the minus 4 with the 4, I'm going to get a minus 16. That's then my final answer. This is called the difference of two squares. So in other words, there's a square, it's x times x, and 4 times 4, difference, a minus between them. Like I said, if you can't grasp this immediately, just keep using the full octopus or foil, whatever method you call it, and work the sums out. The moment you start understanding this one, you can take the shortcuts. The next special one looks like this. All we're going to do is we're going to write two brackets next to each other. Then it looks like this, and then I totally foil it out by timesing this one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. Remember, we write the middle two answers up here. Right, so the x times the x is the x squared. X times the minus 3 is minus 3x. Minus 3 times the x is the minus 3x. I put them together, which is minus 6x. The minus 3 times the minus 3 is plus 9. And then my final answer is down here. Like I said, if you have trouble up here because you're not feeling safe yet, write these numbers down here and just take a second step to simplify at the bottom like we always do. Do not go into trouble that you don't like. Here is a special one where we're timesing a 2-term by a 3-term. We did it on the previous video, but this one is special in the sense that there's a shortcut. But let's first go through the long road, and then I'll show you how the shortcut works. First, going to times this x with this, there and there, then the minus 4 there, there, and there, and see where it goes. Right, the x times the x squared is x cubed. X times the 5 is plus 5x squared. This guy times this guy gives me plus 25x. This is minus 5x squared over here. Minus 25x over here, and then this is minus 125. Any numbers that's too big for you, even this 25s, use your calculator while you are writing. No problem if you use your calculator. You will now see that this blue and blue terms are the same. Plus 5x squared minus 5x squared gives you 0, and this plus 25x minus 25x gives you 0, leaves you only with these two answers. And there is our final answer. I want to show you something that you could see that will help you to get to this answer quicker, but I still like it that we usually rather times this out, and the stronger kids that see the shortcut here can use the shortcut that I'm going to show you now. The following is now not for the faint of heart, and if you can't understand what I'm saying, don't feel upset. You just run the full octopus on this specific question. If you're more relaxed on this system, try and see how these two brackets are related to each other. If they are related in this way, then there will be a shortcut. If you look over here, this x, if you square it, you'll see this number. If you take this number and times it by this number and change the sign, you will see it here. And if you take this number and you times it by itself, you see the answer here. I'm going to mention it 3 times. If you take this x and you square it by itself, you will see it standing there. Take this number times this number, change the sign, you will see it standing here. And if you take this number times itself, you'll see the answer standing there. If this relationship I just explained to you is applicable, then you just have to times this one with this one, and that one with that one, and the answer will be finished. Do not do this if you don't totally understand, because you will lose the middle 2 marks if it's not the specific sum. So in this case, it is like that. So this times this is x squared, this times this, change the sign I see over here, and this times this, there I see it. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to times this guy with this one, and this one with this one, and write the answer. It will give me this final answer. I'm going to use this trick on the next question again, but if you are strong on this technique that we're practicing in grade 10, you can actually see over here that that times that is plus 25x and that times that is minus 25x. They will kill each other. And this one times that one will give me a plus 5x squared. And that one times that one will give me a minus 5x squared, which will kill each other off again. And that's why this answer works out like this. If you don't understand it, run the full octopus through the system, please. Let's do this one, last one. This a times a, I see is a squared. This a times this 3, you change the sign, is minus 3ab. And this plus 3b squared gives me a 9b squared. So this is one of the shortcuts. I will just times this one with this one and that one with this one. Do not do this if you don't understand. Run the full octopus and it'll still work out beautifully for in case it's not this guy. But I'm only going to do the final answer. So this a times a squared is a cubed. Plus 3 times plus 9b squared gives me this final answer. This is the final answer. We call this the sum of two cubes. Please don't give up on the shortcut of mine because we will need it in factorizing later. I say that last time, I'm giving us the trick. If you see this a times a is written over there, a squared. This guy times this guy, change the sign, is written over there. And that one times himself is written over there. Then you only have to times the front with the front and the last with the last. And that'll be your final answer. Enjoy the section further.